Automatic air conditioning system training bench. Cool only. Lock the casters before use. Panel introduction. Air conditioning amplifier. Indicator light. Fuses. Compressor fuse. The panel has drawn a schematic diagram of the air conditioning circuit, which can be used to learn the circuit. Voltage, resistance, and waveform can be measured by detecting terminals. Ignition switch. USB interface. Diagnostic socket. High pressure gauge. Low pressure gauge. Air conditioning control panel. Air inlet temperature display. Air outlet temperature display. Condenser. Extension valve. Air conditioning assembly. Defrost air outlet. Blowing face air outlet. Internal circulation air inlet. Side air outlet. Lower assembly. Evaporation box assembly. Foot air outlet. External circulation air inlet. Compressor. Three-phase motor. Belt. Protective cover. Cooling fan. 380 volt power cord and 220 volt power cord. Engine control unit. 16-way fault setting board. Switch power supply. Power box. Precautions for use. The power supply of the training platform cannot be cut off at will during use. The training platform uses 380 volt alternating current power supply. Please pay attention to the safety of electricity when using it. It needs to be used indoors to avoid direct sunlight causing a burden on the stand. When dismantling pipelines, measures should be taken to prevent air from entering the pipeline. When using the stand, do not get close to operational parts. When measuring resistance, the ignition switch needs to be turned off. When the training platform is not in use, it needs to pay attention to waterproofing and dustproofing. When in use, it is necessary to use a container to hold the cooling water of the air conditioner. Then we operate the equipment. Connect the 380 volt power cord and the 220 volt power cord. Turn on the ignition switch. The indicator light is on. The air conditioning control panel also lights up. The pressure gauge starts working. The temperature gauge also displays values. Press the automatic button and the air conditioner will select the appropriate mode based on the current temperature conditions. At this time, it is in blowing face mode. Press the mode button to switch to blowing face blowing foot mode. There is wind blowing out of the air outlets on the face and foot. Press the mode button to switch to blowing foot mode. There is no wind coming out of the air outlet for the face blower, but there is wind coming out of the air outlet for the foot blower. Press the mode button to switch to defrost mode. At this time, there is wind blowing out from the defroster outlet. Press the mode button to switch to face blowing mode. There is wind blowing out from the face blowing outlet. At this time, it is the outer circulation mode. Press the button to switch to the inner circulation mode. The temperature adjustment button can adjust the temperature. Press the defrost button and air will blow out from the defroster outlet. Turn off the defrost button, and there will be no air blowing out of the defroster outlet. Adjust the wind speed adjustment button to the lowest setting, so that there is no wind blowing out of the air outlet. When it is adjusted to the highest level, wind will blow out from the air outlet. In automatic mode, adjust the temperature to the lowest level and the compressor will automatically stop working. At this time, you need to press the FXB-I01001 button and the engine will work normally. At this time, the air outlet temperature gradually drops and the air conditioner is in cooling mode. Turn off the air conditioning switch and finish the experiment. Setting faults. Use tablet to connect the equipment. Wi-Fi air conditioning. Get in the fault setting app. Input IP address 10.10.100.154. Password 123456. Then log in. Choose practical training mode. Select fault AC control SMIG. Open CircuitJS. Send to bench. At this time, when operating the air conditioning control panel, the panel cannot be used. Turn the multimeter to 20-volt direct current gear. The green meter pin is connected to the GND terminal, and the red meter pin is connected to the 5 terminal. The measured voltage is 0.04 volt. Red meter pin connected to A1 terminal. The measured voltage is 12 volts. Turn off the ignition switch. Turn the multimeter to 200 ohm gear. The green meter pin is connected to the A1 terminal. The red meter pin is connected to the 5 terminal. The measured resistance is infinite, indicating that the circuit is open. Open the fault setting app to clear the fault. Turn on the ignition switch. Operate the air conditioning control panel, and the panel returns to normal. Turn the multimeter to 20-volt direct current gear. The green meter pin is connected to the GND terminal. The red meter pin is connected to the 5 terminal. The measured voltage is 11.6 volt. Turn off the ignition switch. Turn the multimeter to 200 ohm gear. The green meter pin is connected to the A1 terminal. The red meter pin is connected to the 5 terminal. The measured resistance is 0, which indicates that the circuit is restored to normal. Choose practical training mode. Select fault amplifier assembly 8 to 9. Open circuit yes. Send to bench. Turn on the ignition switch. When the automatic button is pressed, the air volume does not automatically adjust to the maximum, and the internal and external circulation switch does not light up. Connecting the diagnostic instrument. Select System Diagnosis. Vehicle Diagnosis. Domestic Vehicle, Toyota, Air Conditioning, Recurrent Fault Code. You can see the fault code of the vehicle room, temperature sensor circuit. After clearing the fault code and rereading, the above fault code is still displayed. Turn the multimeter to 20-volt direct current gear. The green meter pin is connected to the G&D terminal. The red meter pin is connected to the 8 to 9 terminal. The measured voltage is 3.6 volt. Red meter pin connected to one terminal. The measured voltage is 0.05 volt. Turn off the ignition switch. Turn the multimeter to 200 ohm. Measure the resistance between indoor temperature sensors and display it as infinite, indicating an open circuit in the circuit. Open fault setting APP to clear the fault. Turn on the ignition switch. Press the automatic button and the air volume can be adjusted to its maximum. Use the diagnostic tool to read the fault code again. At this time, the system is normal and no fault codes are displayed. Remove the diagnostic instrument. Turn the multimeter to 20-volt direct current gear. The green meter pin is connected to the G&D terminal. The red meter pin is connected to the 8 to 9 terminal. The measured voltage is 1.8 volts. Red meter pin connected to one terminal. The voltage is 1.8 volt. The line has returned to normal. Turn off the ignition switch. Turn the multimeter to 200 ohm gear. Measure the resistance between indoor temperature sensors, and the resistance shows 0, indicating that the circuit has returned to normal. The experiment finished, and disconnect the 380 volt power supply and the 220 volt power supply.